Shared with you recently on Good Morning Cleveland that a new Edward Jones study revealed 46% of Cleveland residents did not learn how to manage their finances until adulthood. 21%, they don't seek financial help at all. So that intrigued me. And I wanted to know what's out there for people to learn more about their money matters, especially our kids. One resource was created by a local woman whose mission is to make money make sense.
Every dollar needs a home, and I'm in charge of giving my money a home.
CPA and now author Meltrice D. Sharp sits in the Lee Road branch of Heights Libraries reading her Labor of Love, a book birthed out of her desire to make money matters make sense to kids.
Meltrice, tell me when you fell in love with money matters.
When I had my never again moment, which was after my first divorce. We had a lot of financial issues, and it wasn't that we didn't have the finances, it was that we poorly managed what we had. But that's when I realized that I had to do something to change my situation.
And that something was?
Develop a plan. When I say you're just developing your plan, you're just telling your money where to go. You're getting in the driver's seat and you're no longer being the passenger of your finances. You're driving to the destination that you want.
Meltrice shared she didn't learn about money as a kid. And when she saw her daughter make some of the same mistakes she did,
oh gosh, if I don't stop to teach her and then teach my grandchildren, then that's on me.
So in order to plant the seeds of financial literacy early, she teaches elementary school students like my Shine girls about saving, budgeting, and the difference between a want and a need. Now she's authored a children's book, Aubrys Adventures to Cashland. Aubrey is Meltrice's granddaughter, and the story is about her starting a business.
I wanted to write this book because I knew the importance of starting young so that these habits can continue as they become adults.
Speaking of adults, Meltrice saw the need for people in Cleveland to be more literate when it came to their money. So she created an annual event for women, the Money Makeover Conference, to equip women with the tools they need to be successful with their finances. Victoria L. Davis attended the conference because she needed a new mindset when it came to money.
What would you say was your attitude towards money as you were growing up?
Spend it. When you make more money, you spend more money.
Victoria was spending money and keeping a secret.
I was hiding the fact that I was in debt. I had a credit card that, allowed me to have a ceiling of $30,000. And I just became so very reckless with that money. I was living in debt, embarrassing, and kind of scary.
But when she attended the conference,
boy, did it change a lot of things for me. I'm planning better. I've learned to consolidate. My credit score has now skyrocketed, all because of the things that I learned there.
And the biggest change?
I started seeing this money I was saving.
So wait a minute, the Victoria that just used to spend is now the Victoria that saves.
Yes.
It's an avoidable struggle.
But you got to do the work.
You have to do the work.
Imagine if the younger versions of Meltrice and Victoria had Aubrys Adventures to fuel their minds about money matters.
It's my future. It's full of money, houses, and investments.
It would all make sense.
Lots of toys and candy too. Aubrey loved Cashland.
We like Cashland too.
Yes.
We need to learn. And Meltrice is really committed and dedicated to planting the seeds in the minds of kids. So that's why a lot of Clevelanders are saying, hey, I wish I knew, then what I know or now, and then I wouldn't make these mistakes.
Yeah.
But I love that there's reading material out there for kids, especially in the African American community. And that, as I gave to your daughter, you can see someone that looks like you.
Yeah.
Making good choices about money.
Yes.
And
I think that's the one thing that parents, we don't necessarily think about kind of in those early years is I really need to teach them the importance of money, how to save it, how to spend it, how to create like a budget. The earlier you get started, the better.
They're going to grow up to be more financially responsible adults. Amen to that. I wish I had Aubrey.
Ava loves the book, by the way.
She loved the book? Great, great.
All right, thanks, Janita.